Good morning or afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be doing a video lesson today on Module 5, Lesson 11. Our learning target for today is I can find the area of rectangles with mixed by mixed and fraction by fraction side lengths by tiling, record by drawing, and relate to fraction multiplication. So we're going to be doing the same thing that we were doing yesterday with the patty tiles, except today instead of finding the length and width with the patty tiles, I'm just going to tell you the length and width, and you're going to solve for the area in your green Eureka book. So remember that since we're solving for area, we are going to be working with square units today. In order to be successful in today's lesson, you will need your problem set. Go ahead and turn to page 67. You will also need headphones, and you will need a pen or a pencil. You should not need anything else today. All right, let's go ahead and get started. In your notebook, you should see problem number 1, rectangle A. You're not going to measure the length and width. I'm just going to go over it with you and give you the length and width. The first dimensions for rectangle A are as follows. Go ahead and draw with me. Let's go with a darker color. Not my best work, but it'll have to do. The first problem for problem A, it's actually going to be 4.5 units long and 2.5 units wide. So this is a lot like yesterday's lesson, except now we have two fractions or two mixed numbers in both the length and the width. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to label both sides 4, and I'm going to put my fraction over here, and a half, and 2.5. So just like yesterday, I'm splitting it between the whole number and the fraction, except for today, both sides will have fractions in them. So this is a lot like the area model. In fact, this is exactly like the area model that we practiced with multiplication before. We are just trying to find 4.5 times 2.5. So we'll start with the easy part. The whole number of tiles here is going to be 8 square units. Because 4 times 2 is 8. Now 2 times 1/2 is, and I'll go for a slightly different color here. 2 times 1/2 is 2 halves or 1 whole, so it's 1 square unit. 4 times 1/2 is 4 halves or 2 square units. And then finally 1/2 times 1/2 equals 1/4 of a square unit. So when I add all of these together, this horizontal row here, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 1/4. So I know that my area is going to be 11 and 1/4 square units. Let's go ahead and move on to rectangle number 2. Okay. For question number 2, our rectangle is going to be as follows. Go ahead and draw a rectangle just like we did last time. I'm going to try to make it a little bit nicer. Okay. Nice and wide. Okay. Our rectangle here is going to be 3. Here, I'll label it here first. 3 3/4 units long and 1 3/4 units wide. So I'll put my whole number here, my fraction over here, 3 3/4, and I'll label this here 1 3/4. Just like the last problem, I'm going to split it into whole and fraction. And in the end, I can add all of these up together. So let's start with our whole numbers. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 3/4 is 3/4. 3 times 3/4 is going to be 9/4. And then 3/4 times 3/4, let's see. equals 9/16. So when I add all of these up, I actually get 3 wholes and 9, 10, 11, 3 wholes and 12 fourths. That's this one and this one, plus 9/16. Now, at first glance, this is pretty challenging, but then I look at what 12 fourths actually is, and I know that 12 fourths is actually just 3 holes. So it's actually 3 holes and 3 more holes for a total of 6 units plus 9/16. So my final answer is 6 and 9/16 square units. Here is your job now. Your job is to work on problems 3 and 4. Never mind. Your job is to do the exit ticket that's going to pop up on Edpuzzle right now. Once you have submitted your Edpuzzle, today is Thursday, so you should be working on your Go Formative. Try to be on problem 3 by now. You may also work on your resort report or a brochure. And if you are done with your Go Formative, you may work on Zern. Good luck, and check in with your team if you need any help. I'll see you guys soon.